Bitcoin is going lower, but you have to watch this video before you take any trades. Here's why. So I've been on the last update, I've been telling you yesterday that I do believe that, and the day before yesterday, that I do believe that we should have a bounce from this 65,000 level. And I marked this level perfectly. And when we were up here at like 66.7, and I said, this is the liquidity that is going to get taken and we're going to go lower. And then from there, we're going to show market structure shift, which happened right here. From there, we're going to have a bounce. Had a perfect entry, also posted it in the Telegram, and I said this was the original one, and yesterday I posted it and I said, hey, here is the trade that I'm taking. Now that trade simply started to turning against us right after FOMC. I'll be very honest with you, I forgot FOMC. I had a guest over from an exchange and I've been spending a lot of time with him, which was amazing, but I forgot that was FOMC. It's simple. So what happens is that I have to close my long position because the structure is just simply screwed, and I have to flip short. And this video is about how I actually am going to do that. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗏𝗏. For those of you who are newcomers, the thing we do here is every day, 5 to 10 minutes, I talk about the markets and I do actionable trades. We have been doing quite good. Called the top in October, called the sell in just about a month ago when Bitcoin crashed from 7,000 to 8,000. So if you want to follow along, subscribe to the channel and come back every day. It's 5 minutes every day, but you have to follow along to be able to understand the thought process here. Okay, we're not selling gloom and shine and all that. We are trading professionally. If you want to do that, well, you know what to do. Subscribe. So that said, I am going to close my short position, but I'm not closing it here. The reason why I'm not closing it here, because one, I have a calculated stop loss, so I already calculated this stop loss in, and I knew that what I'm signing up to when I took the trade. So I'm not sad if I lose. I'm not bothered if I have this stop loss happening, which most likely would happen. But if I look at the sessions and I say we are in London, London usually liquidates either the low or the high of Asia. The reason why you should also subscribe is because we make this educational as well, other than making money. So usually liquidates London high or London low. No, London usually liquidates Asia high or Asia low. So what happens here is that if, for whatever reason, we would liquidate Asia, I would actually be a bit more bullish. But I don't think that is happening. Looking at the market structure, understanding that we're basically making lower lows and lower highs, even though this was the 1 hour OB and I said we're up like $2,000. I was like, we're going higher. And then Warsh came in and started talking, and then the whole market just started going down. I do believe that because of this market structure, there has to be you can actually call this, there has to be a rebound to the 50% of this level, about 65,200, which is about our break-even point, and liquidate the Asia high. And once that happens, there will be a market structure shift before hitting 66.5. So respecting this order block, and then the flush comes. This is my playbook for today. So what I believe I want to do, one, if it gets stopped, well, that is what it is. I'm not going to be bothered because then it's just going to start nuking. There's a lot of things I'm going to talk about the higher time frame in a second. But ultimately, what I'm looking for with this long position is that I want to close it out and break even, minimize my losses. I don't just want to jump the gun. Am I aware that this can just start going up? Yes. If it does, I would be more bullish a little bit, doing something like this. I might even move my stop loss a little bit lower, but I don't like to move it. If it comes, we'll see. I'll let you know in the Telegram. This is just a free channel that I post my thoughts in. So link in the description to that. But ultimately, I do believe that we will have to come up to this region somewhere, liquidate Asia low, liquidate Asia high, show a market structure shift from there. If I get back to break even, I am going to close this position. So if we don't liquidate Asia low before, if this is the scenario, then it's a different thing. I might not close it. I'll let you know. But if we push and liquidate Asia high, I am going to close my position in a break even. If we get close to this 50%, so I can just pull it from the top to the bottom, and I see the 50% is around 65, 100. I mean, if we get up there, I am most likely just closing out a break even and then calling it a day, and then taking a short position as it comes. Something like this is what I would expect to happen. This is the hourly chart. I mean, you can look at the 15-minute as well. 15-minute just shows the same structure. I mean, it's super simple, showing the same structure. And if you look at the higher time frame, you see an even more scarier picture. So why do I think Bitcoin is going down on the higher time frame? I mean, if you look at the daily chart, and I said, we're coming back to this equilibrium. This is when I called the top. We shorted it literally from, actually we shorted it up here, but we shorted it up here as well. And the reason is because we're coming back to this daily order block up there on the 50% level. Now, all I need to see is an hourly or a 4-hour break. Currently, the 4-hour break is down here
at about 63,390. I'm gonna move my stop below there. So this is gonna be my stop, yes, about 230. I'm gonna move my stop loss to 230. It can happen that we liquidate this down here, sweep it, and then have a bounce on the 4 hour. That can happen easily. And so on the higher time frame, I need to see a 4 hour break to confirm the reversal from the daily chart. So this is a daily 50%. So if we break below the 4 hour, possibly something like this, and then we go sub 58,000. That is what I'm planning on shorting. But until we have a 4 hour break, the way that I can trade is just simply play the hourly chart. There is a break on the hourly chart. So if there was going to be a retrace here, this would be a continuation to the upside. So we could see another sweep and then short from there. TLDR, there is a bunch of liquidity on all charts. So this is going to get taken. I always talk about liquidity and how you can notice it. This here is a trend line liquidity, for example. There's a massive void here, double bottom. Like it is a prime setup for a nuke. So I believe we're going to come back here a little bit and then continue lower. But it can happen that, you know, the market just comes down a little bit, liquidates this Asia low here, and then bounces maybe even a little bit higher than you would expect, and then just goes low from there. Ultimately, I see no other option than Bitcoin going lower, whether it's going lower from here, whether it's going lower from 65.3, or it's going lower from 68 plus. It is going lower, most likely to sub 58,000. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll take it step by step. Wanted to tell you one thing. We have a partner here on the channel, Kraken. And we did a whole video about their ink point system. You're gonna watch that. It's gonna be up here. And they just announced that they have CFTC regulated perpetual futures. Now, this is a big thing because on the Gary Gensler, you were not able to launch perpetual futures in the US. It was very difficult to navigate the landscape. And now Kraken has launched CFTC regulated perpetual futures for US customers. So there's a link in the description. If you trade on Kraken Pro, you also are collecting ink points, which will be contributing most likely to an airdrop. I can't say it's an airdrop, but I do believe it is an airdrop. And if you want to learn more about that, first of all, there's a link in the description to Kraken. You can go and trade perpetual futures, but also you can check this video and understand what the whole thing about ink is. So go and check this out. Sign up using the link in the description, collect ink points, and try the perpetual futures. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Ciao, ciao.